Hello and welcome to Motivation for Monday. Thank you so much for joining in. Today, of course, every day is a special day because we're alive. But today is one of those special days that we hold in high respect in the United States. And for those of you who are joining in from other countries, thank you for that. And I hope that today what we talk about, our Memorial Day, will have special meaning to you as well. And what goes on in your country, and with maybe your ancestors, your family, your past. But this is a very special day. Memorial Day is when we set aside one day of the year, but we want to do it every day. It's like our other holidays. Whatever country you're in, we set aside a special day, but we want to use that to remember every day the purpose of that one special day. Memorial Day is another one of those days. Memorial Day is when we remember the women, the men who gave their lives in our military and died in war or in some way in the field, therein in the military, in service. And they gave the most supreme sacrifice, and that is of death. How do we honor people? Because once they're dead, they're gone. They're gone to be only with the Lord. But the last thing we can do to honor someone who has died is to show respect for their lives, for their bodies, if we have that body to bury or to burn. So this is that day when we remember that. My daddy, my father, was in World War II. He was there for 4 years. He fought. Not that he really wanted to go to war, but he was called to do that. He had many friends who died in the war. And I'm very grateful that he did not, or I would not be here. I was born 2 years after the end of World War II. But every time I'd hear my daddy talk about his friends in war and seeing many of them die, I think nothing stirred me so much as that, because I couldn't imagine doing that. I still can't imagine that. I thank God not only for the men and women who died in war, but for their families who had to give up so much. It seems so senseless, but wars happen. So today, and hopefully every day, we remember these women and men who very bravely, obediently went to war. One of my good friends growing up, when the Vietnam time came, he was shipped overseas. His first day, he stepped out of a Jeep and a sniper shot him in the head and he was killed. Very few days go by that I don't think about that. And you are quite possibly from some countries that had conflicts and wars, and maybe some are still going on. Let's pray. Number one, let's pray that all wars will end. We won't have to have them. I know that's possible. It's not too probable, but it's possible. So let's pray that wars will end. And for the young men and young women that we know in the military, let's pray for their protection. Regardless of where they come from, regardless of what they do, let's pray for their protection. Then for those who have died, let's pray for their families, for strength for them to carry on, for the strength for them to realize what a great, great sacrifice was made so that people like you and me could be free, could keep living. And the fourth thing let's pray for is that we will be very, very sensitive to the people around us who give so much. Many who give their lives, many who give service, who give money, material things for the benefit of others, whether they've ever been in the military or not. Let's thank God for the people who serve, for the people who do, so that others can continue to do. So may it be a blessed Memorial Day for you, for me, for all of us. And may we always remember the gift of life and how many gave up that gift for us. God bless you. Thank you for joining in. See you next time.